a new product to test. This is a knife by uh, Odenwolf. They're a German company. This is designed in Germany, made in China. Its overall weight is about 7 ounces. It has a very positive lock polypropylene case. You actually have to pull it out with some force and put it in. I think there's a key in here so that once this goes over the bump, because of this cutout, it locks in place really securely. The polypropylene case that weighs about 1.5 ounces has a hole in it to drain. It's got their little logo on it. Now the knife overall is 9.5 inches. The blade is 4 5/8 inches. It's full tang, and that at this point, at the beginning of the knife, of course, it tapers down. It's 1/4 inch thick, about. That's a really beefy knife. It has some jimping here that, for me at least, fits exactly in the right spot. It's got a very grippy handle. So it's going to be hard for this to slip if you get a good hold on it. It's made out of 440C stainless steel. Now, that checks the boxes in 3 areas: cost, ability to hold an edge, because it's high chromium, and corrosion resistance. The price point of this knife is only $25, and I think it's an excellent value for that. It also has here, in this little divot that's cut out that I showed you, these edges are really good 90-degree edges, and they will spark a ferro rod really well. Well, let's get out of the car and try it out. I like this jimping right here. It allows me to use my thumb, and on something as small as this, I can actually use 2 hands and guide the knife with more force. Now, something I really like about this knife is that it has a really sharp 90-degree in this area here, so it's going to be excellent for striking a ferro rod. So there you go. We've got the Odenwolf knife. Something that's people like high carbon steel, but they forget stainless steel has a lot of advantages too. This can be a put it in the kit and forget it knife, because it's highly resistant to corrosion. You don't have to worry about if the kit, you know, say it's in your car or the boat, it gets damp, you know, you're not going to pull out a rusty knife. You're going to pull out a knife that's just as good as when you put it in. It's got the ability for the fire steel. I don't do much batoning, but it's 1/4 inch thick, full tang, so I'm sure it's going to do that just fine. But rather than have some kit, sometimes they'll have a survival kit, and they'll put something really poor in for a cutting instrument. Sometimes if it's of his name brand something, it's really small, and it's like, well, you know, if you're talking about being in woodland areas, you want something larger than what's included in some of the other types of kits. And so this would really do it for you. And like I say, the price point too is low enough so that you can, you could have 2 kits, have this in each one, or have one on you, one in a kit or whatever. And it's not a huge investment for what it can provide you with for a tool later on when you need it. And of course too, you can cut vegetables with it in the house and do every other kind of things that you normally do with knives. But I'm impressed. Odenwolf. Low price point, but rugged stainless steel 440C knife with a 4 and 5 inch blade. And like I say, full tang, 1/4 of an inch. Bye.